Capital News tonight. 16 people killed in separate marine and road accidents. Prime Minister urges farmers not to be discouraged by falling crop prices. And in sports, Simba Sports Club ready for Tanzania Prisons and the Premier League trophy. Good evening, this is Capital News at 9:30. My name is Khadija Zimbo. First, the national news. 9 people have died and 51 others were rescued after a boat that were traveling in capsized in Lake Tanganyika.
Ni kweli taarifa hizo zipo. Kwa awali kabisa, taarifa za awali inasemekana hiyo boti huwa inafanya safari zake kati ya Sibwesa.
It is reported that the vessel set off at about 5 a.m. with 60 passengers on board. As we speak, we are on our way there. From the report we've received, 51 people have been saved and 9 have died, 7 women and 2 men.
Lakini watu 9 wakawa wamefariki, kati yao wanawake ni 7 na wanaume ni 2.
Meanwhile, 4 people have died and 23 others were injured in Ukerewe district, Mwanza region, after the canoe they had boarded traveling between Kome Ukara Island and Buguza village in the district was hit by lightning on Lake Victoria.
Watu waliofariki baada ya kwenda kwenye sehemu hii ambayo ajali ilitokea.
Amongst those who have died are Deogratius Mulungu, Kumunya Andrea, Simon Charles and Ndege Abdul.
Prime Minister Kassim Majaliwa has urged farmers of commercial crops, including those of sesame in the country, to continue production and not to be discouraged with falling prices this season. The Prime Minister made the statement when speaking at a public meeting in Nachingwea, Ward, Ruangwa district in the region while on an official visit.
Mazao yetu yanategemewa sana kununuliwa.
Our farm produce rely a lot on external buyers, China, Vietnam, India and Hong Kong. If they sell more, then the price goes up, and if they don't, then the price goes down. This fact is important to know, but it should not discourage us. Every year we've been able to farm and sell our produce. But we must accept that there are global changes and could affect the price. Corona will not be here forever, and scientists are working to find the cure.
Now, the number of deaths in the coastline bus accident that occurred in Karato district, Arusha region, has risen to 3, with the injured also rising to 25 people.
Ni uzembe wa dereva kutokuchukua tahadhari za kutosha katika mteremko huo mkali.
It was carelessness from the driver in not taking extra caution while he was coming down the steep part of the road. Once he had caused the accident, he ran away. The of the injured were released and 18 have been admitted at KKKT Karatu Hospital. However, 4 are critically ill and plans are underway to transfer them to Mount Meru Hospital in Arusha. We urge all drivers to take extra care when driving and that the police force will take strict measures against any driver who breaks traffic rules.
The race to become the presidential nominee for the ruling Chama cha Mapinduzi CCM party in Zanzibar is ongoing as presidential aspirants continue to collect forms while others continue to return their forms. Among those who collected nomination forms, bringing the number to 28, is Pereira Ami Silima, a secretary of organization CCM, Idi Hamadi Idi, a retired teacher, Sham amesimai Mcha, a Zanzibar government official, Isa Selemani Nasser Taulo, a retired Major General, and Dr. Khalid Salum Mohammed, Member of Parliament of Donge.
In the past, I only voted, but this time around, I have decided to stand and give party members an opportunity to decide on my behalf. I promise you that I will not go against the footsteps of Dr. Mohammed Shein in Chama cha Mapinduzi. We value what he has done. My priority will be to strengthen the economy. Whoever the party chooses will be the right one, and the rest of us will support him. Gone well. I commend all parties.
Dema has called without bias as the country heads towards the general election later this year.
Police has been released a few weeks after opposition parties complained about the electoral policies and about an election which is not free and fair. We announced the election timetable and our intention to participate. Therefore, by issuing this statement, then it is clear that they want to be part of the absence of
tourism. Agents from Germany have started preparations to bring in tourist groups to the country so that they can enjoy various attractions, including wildlife.
I've come here because I want dealing with COVID-19.
They want to be sure that Tanzania is safe for tourists. They've been National Park and they are happy that everything is safe. This now understands that Tanzania is safe and is ready to receive visitors, especially tourists. We commend our government of the United Republic of Tanzania for taking various steps and guidelines, and now tourist agents have come to see for themselves. They have also seen various precautionary measures in place.
Development stakeholders of horticulture farming, including the Nelson Mandela Science and Technology Institute, International Vegetables Research Center, the International Institute dealing with quality and training in the sector, have signed a cooperation agreement aimed at growing knowledge and expertise in the sector.
We realized that our graduates from the main universities and colleges in Tanzania, when they get employed in our farms or companies, still are not fully skilled to carry out their duties or to have the expertise to invest. We must add value to the crops from the farm, but also in our laboratories. Our college has a laboratory of the highest level, which can help to a great extent add value in the value chain.
The World Vegetable Center, in terms of training, also creates an international bridge, because we're not only here, but we link and we tap into the resources of scientists, trainers from the headquarters in Taiwan, entomologists from India, and pathologists from Mali. So all these resources will be available.
And that is the end of national news. International news follows next. And in international news, The Ministry of Internal Affairs in Kenya has started an investigation into cause of fire at Gikomba Market in Nairobi, which occurred in the early hours of morning. This is the second fire incident at the market this year, which has caused traders to incur losses amounting to millions of shillings.
As a government, we have committed to get to the bottom of this. We have opened a report desk in Nyayo House, 5th floor, so that together with the business people and the community around Gikomba, we'll be able to gather sufficient intelligence that will eventually lead us to nailing the culprits who are causing these fires, because we don't believe these are natural fires.
The government of Democratic Republic of Congo has officially declared an end to an Ebola epidemic that broke out in the east of the country in August 2018, causing death of 2,277 people. Health Minister Etienne Longondo has said that the outbreak was the longest and deadliest. For an outbreak to be officially over, there has to be no new cases reported for 42 days. Now, the Coast Women Development Organization in Mombasa, Kenya, has criticized the government for destroying the economy of the country and giving more priority to Nakuru County.
If they still have other reasons, they got to be prepared. We are not ready to give up that easily. If there are members of parliament who were not there to show their stand in this matter, they should also be ready. The women of Mombasa are in pain. How come our leaders are just quiet while the coast region is losing out?
And that is the end of international news. Business news follows shortly after this break.
Watch Business Edition as we talk to business leaders and experts in sectors that are transforming Tanzania's economy.
We believe that the driver is the customer.
To change the mindset of traditional HR to the digitalization.
Make sure that everybody can get some access to financial services.
And once we understand the vision of our leaders, we then need to be behind them and help them in achieving that vision.
Business have involved mercantile operations, trade guilds, or shared agricultural production, infrastructure, construction, financial sectors, tourism, and mining. Business Edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m.
Welcome back, and in business news tonight. The Energy and Water Regulatory Authority, EWURA, has said it will revoke the licenses of 5 fuel companies from various regions in the country which have actually violated fuel operating regulations.
According to petroleum license and EWURA laws, before nullifying licenses, there must be a public announcement. We shall give out the announcement, and according to our procedures, all who will be announced their licenses will be revoked. Again, we urge Tanzanians to stop the panic behavior of buying fuel.
Sesame farmers in Ruangwa, Nachingwea and Liwale districts in Lindi region have agreed to sell their harvest at between 1,015 and 1,555 shillings a kilo. This comes after farmers had decided to stop selling sesame, claiming that the market prices were unprofitable.
We have learned our lesson from prices like this. It is our hope that after the pandemic crisis, traders will come to buy at better prices. The good thing is we still have the farms. We have learned our lesson from prices like this. It is our hope that after the pandemic crisis, traders will come to buy at better prices. The good thing is we still have the farms. Mapili. I urge farmers to accept these prices. You never know, perhaps the next auction will be even worse.
And the Deputy Minister of Agriculture, Omari Mgumba, has directed the formation of a national irrigation fund and for all beneficiaries of public irrigation schemes to be charged a 5% fee on their harvest as from July this year.
According to the laws, we must collect revenues from all the public irrigation projects, at least by 5% of what is collected from the project. Unfortunately, to date, we have not done so. In this case, we must complete the guideline. Luckily, farmers are aware of this and are ready to cooperate. We have a plan of building dams that will be used in irrigation farming and other domestic uses. This plan will be implemented in regions that have minimal rainfalls and lack of rivers that flows throughout the year, like Dodoma, Singida, Shinyanga, Tabora, Manyara, Mara, and Geita regions.
And that is the end of business news. Sports news follows shortly.
Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment of going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's going to be dragged through the second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment of going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's going to be dragged through the second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Joaquinho, he did lose to Lent.
And in sports news, Simba Sports Club are ready to face Tanzania Prisons with the possibility of being announced the Tanzania Premier League champions, and their coach says there is nothing much to do but continue with the same preparations they had been doing.
We don't change any preparation, we will do what we always do. Let's keep focus. Today we split in 2 groups. Those who played yesterday, they had recovery. Those who didn't play, they did some more physical work. And from tomorrow we go into maybe more tactical. I think everyone's performance was okay in the second half. First half we were reacting instead of taking dominancy. With some small changes at halftime, we could take the game to our side, and then we could calm the game and we could have more the ball. But in the second half I was satisfied with all the performances, also the one from
Yanga SC coach Luke Elmael believes his changes could have done better in stopping Namungo FC from scoring their goals in the 2-2 draw. Here's more on the story.
Street-based Giants came into the match buoyed by the Azam FC's 1-0 defeat against Kagera Sugar. A newer win will see them move second on the 20-team league table. Charles Manyama scored a brace for the fourth-place side before substitute David Molinga returned the favor to ensure the spoils were shared by the two Tanzanian mainland leagues. The 60-year-old has also hit again on his charges for failing to take advantage of their domination in the first half.
Manchester City's game against Liverpool next Thursday will go ahead at the Etihad Stadium even if the title remains up for grabs. Here more details.
Manchester Council's safety advisory group, which said it had no objections to the match being played as planned. The SAG, which includes representatives from the council, emergency services, environmental health and supporters groups, could have asked for the game to be moved to a neutral venue. Liverpool will win the Premier League before that match if City fail to beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge tonight. If City win, the next opportunity for Jurgen Klopp's side to secure the title will be at the Etihad Stadium, with Klopp having said he wanted the match to be played there.
Mikel Arteta believes Bukayo Saka will soon sign a new contract at Arsenal and put to bed one of the sagas that could lead to turbulent summer at the club.
Saka's emergency has arguably been the brightest aspect of troubled season, but Arsenal have been at risk of the 18-year-old whose deal ends next June being plucked by one of many suitors. It will represent a crushing blow if the academy product, who has played on the wing and at left back, believed he could better continue his career elsewhere, but Arteta is optimistic that will not be the case. Securing Saka's commitment will be a significant boost for Arteta, who has had to juggle that concern with uncertainty over Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's future and a miserable first two matches since Premier League football recommenced.
And Barcelona's squad are in perfect condition for the end of season run-in and to peep Real Madrid to La Liga glory, according to Arturo Vidal.
Flight resumed this month with defending champions Barca 2 points clear of Madrid, but that advantage was wiped out by the Blaugrana's stalemate with Sevilla last Friday. Zinedine Zidane's side have won 4 out of 4 since the restart and are now top due to the superior head-to-head record against Barca, who are bidding to win a third title in a row. Quique Setien's men won the last outing at home to Athletic Club to put pressure on Madrid, but the Blancas maintained their advantage by beating Mallorca 2-0 last night. However, Vidal is optimistic Barca can handle the rigorous over hectic schedule that will see them play 7 league games in the space of 3 weeks, with a view to picking up a third successive domestic crown.
And that sports item ends our news bulletin for tonight. My name is Khadija Zimbo. Thank you for watching and good night.
On our social media accounts, YouTube Capital TV and Facebook Capital Television Tanzania from Monday to Friday at 9:30 p.m. Don't forget to subscribe and put notification on.
Furaha ya mmea ni kuona ukiwa hai kwa rangi yake maridhawa ya kijani. Rangi hii ya kijani humaanisha uhai, ndio maana wanadamu tunapata oksijeni safi kutoka kwa mimea. Inaaminika mwanadamu anapoona mmea wowote, kuanzia miti, majani, mboga mboga au hata maua, hupata hisia ya kuwa hai. Katika aina zote za mimea, maua ni kitu ambacho huleta furaha, utulivu na bashasha pindi unapoyaona kutokana na uzuri wake. Uzuri wa maua hutokana na rangi yake, harufu yake, umbo lake na hata tabia zake. Hata hivyo, asilimia kubwa ya watu hupenda maua